For golf fans, the wait is almost over. The 150th Open Championship one sleep away, and this time tomorrow we'll be enjoying the best golfers in the world take on the old course at St. Andrews. You know it's big when Jack Nicklaus returns. It helps when you make him an honorary citizen of St. Andrews. And it was Bobby Jones who once said that a player must win at St. Andrews to be considered great. Golf has been played at the old course for centuries, players competing for that claret jug since the 1800s. It is golf's final major on the calendar, and we got Kyle Porter of the First Cut podcast, who's at St. Andrews ahead of this tournament. So before we get to some rapid fire type questions here, Kyle, set the scene for us with the countdown on. What's the big theme where you are?
Well, it's been an amazing week so far. You know, I think, you know, Tiger Woods was talking yesterday just about how, you know, all Open Championships at St. Andrews are historic, and this one is especially so because it's the 150th. And I think Tiger just laboring so hard to be here has been really meaningful. As for the encore stuff, it's been, you know, I was walking with Rory McIlroy's group a little bit on Tuesday, and he was talking about how he's never seen the fairways this firm before. So I think the firmness and the hardness of the fairways is really going to affect some of the strategy that players employ throughout the week. That's going to be really interesting. And I honestly think, you know, even though balls are running out a ton on these fairways, I think it's going to be so fast and so firm that it's going to actually be difficult to score. There's been a lot of talk over the last couple of months just about how, you know, is scoring going to get too low? Is there going to be a run at 59? I can't envision that happening with how fast and firm it is right now. So it's been really special. It's been an extraordinary week already, and we're not even to the first round yet. We were walking the course today, and even to walk in 16, 17, 18 to kind of come in toward the town, and you just think like, man, people have been playing Open Championships on this golf course since, you know, the United States was just 37 states is when the first Open Championship was held here back in 1873. So it's been a really special week so far, and I think it'll only get more special from here.
Let me quickly follow up on that in terms of the course conditions there, Kyle. From where you talked to the golfers, at some that participated in the Scottish Open last week and guys that have been out there for a while, have they been able to use that as a primer? If they had to adjust the last day or two because of what you've noticed out there?
Yeah, they've had to adjust. The Scottish Open was not a good facsimile for the old course, and a lot of it is because the ground is so hard. You talk to guys about, you know, trying to get their club face through this ground, trying to hit different shots. A lot of guys putting from long distances, which is common in an Open Championship, and especially at St. Andrews. But I think it's going to be even more prevalent this year. So you're going to see a lot of if you enjoy the way the ball moves on the ground, on this Scottish ground, if you enjoy watching it kind of over these humps and hills and everything that's going on out here, you're going to enjoy this Open because there's going to be a lot of balls played on the ground just because of how hard everything is on this golf course right now.
All right, time to get to a back nine of burning questions with Kyle. Number one is Tiger Woods. When will Tiger's Swilken Bridge moment happen this week? Friday or Sunday?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that we're going to get a full-on wave, you know, as kind of a sort of a retirement type deal. But I think the question is getting at, is he going to make the cut? And I think he is. You know, Tiger intellectually is so good around this place, and he's swinging it pretty well. You know, Rory said he could even envision him getting into contention potentially if he kind of gets the right wave and the right draw and everything. So I think Tiger will cross the Swilken Bridge for the last time, at least this year, on Sunday and not on Friday.
Yes or no, a pot bunker going to ruin a player's tournament?
Oh, for sure. I mean, there's some pot bunkers out here that if I got in them, Tommy, you wouldn't be able to see the top of my head. So it's that's one thing that surprised me about this golf course. So I say yes. All
right, just look at Justin Rose's Twitter video, and he won't be able to do that in real life, but to your point, those things are certainly high. The road hole will rear its ugly head on Sunday.
I think it will. The road hole is just insane. You know, I was out with Phil Mickelson's group early this morning, and I was watching him kind of hit top spin one irons off the road behind the hole. And I asked him if he normally practices a shot like that, and he said, well, not really, but I'm just, you know, sort of He was talking about when he would use wedge, when he would use 1-iron. So guys are prepping for all kinds of shots on the road hole, and I think it's hard to describe how thin that strip of green is. So I think it's going to definitely come into play on Sunday afternoon.
All right, question number 4. I think you alluded to it a little bit. The fairways will not be fair to the players.
No, not at all. And I think the interesting part about that is Rory was saying, it's almost like normally where you would hit an iron, it's almost running out too much to where balls get gobbled up by these pot bunkers. So in some cases where iron would normally be the smart play, you might actually try to blow driver over some of these bunkers just because an iron would get eaten up by them. So I think you're going to see guys hit maybe the wrong club in some moments, and it gets eaten up because the fairways are playing so hard.
Kyle, what are the chances you think that John Daly and Bryson DeChambeau at one point or another during this week will shoot 80, both of them?
I think they're 50-50. Bryson's not been playing well. Daly obviously is just getting older and can struggle with the conditions that a major championship pose. So it'll depend on if they get maybe a bad draw. They are playing together, which I thought was quite humorous. But if they get the bad side of the draw, if they get the wrong wind, if the wind flips around when they make the kind of the turn there on 8, 9, 10, 11, then I think 80's in play definitely for not only them, but other players this week as well.
All right, they're both, I think, with Cameron Tringali this week. And, of course, when we talk about an Open Championship, you go to 99, it's the Jean Van de Velde type situation. If I were to ask you a burning question, which golfer's most likely to pull a Van de Velde from 99, Kyle, what would that be? Who would that be?
Well, I think the right answer is Phil because he makes some questionable decisions at times. I don't know that Phil will be in contention to be able to do that. The guy that I'm going to pick to win here in a few minutes, Jordan Spieth, is actually probably a candidate for something like that. I hope it's nobody. That was tough to watch and just a tough way to lose an Open Championship. So hopefully we don't get anything remotely like that on Sunday as we decide the 150th Open.
Yeah, Paul Lowry, by the way, of course, benefited from that in 99. Kind of a notable list of guys that you did not think was going to win the tournament. Ben Curtis, Todd Hamilton. So then who could be the next of those three that could add their name to that list this year, Kyle?
Yeah, I'm going to go with an Irishman, somebody who is, he's not as obscure as maybe a couple of those names at least who were, 200, 300, 400 in the world. But Seamus Powers has been playing great golf this year. He is one of the 13 guys to make the cut at all 4 majors so far this year. And I think the broader golf world would be, wait a second, who's this guy? But people that have, follow it closely know that he's been playing really good major championship golf. So it would be a little bit out of nowhere, but not completely unexpected.
When we talk about groups, sometimes on the PGA Tour, it's like, hey, the best Georgia guy or the best Oklahoma State guy. We're getting to a point now, best Live Series golfer. Out of that group, who do you think will have the best week out there at the Open Championship?
Well, it's not a huge group that you're drawing from that, at least that's playing good golf. I think the obvious answer would be Louis Oosthuizen, who won here in 2010, finished, what did he finish? Runner-up, I think, in 2015. But I'm going to go with Dustin Johnson. Dustin Johnson has just destroyed this golf course at times. And I think, he's kind of being slept on this week. He hasn't necessarily been playing great golf either. But of the Live guys who, again, there's not a ton of them that are playing extraordinarily good golf at major championships, I'll say DJ finishes the highest. All
right, and you alluded to this early in a previous question. You like Jordan Spieth this week to come away with the claret jug. Why?
Love Jordan Spieth. I talked to him on Tuesday about, he's spoken a lot about just the creativity that he loves about links golf and kind of something that gets unlocked inside of him when he's playing Open Championships, when he gets over here. And I asked him, does that free you up more mentally or physically? And he said physically he feels so freed up to not have to hit this exactly perfect shot, but to be able to kind of move the ball around to get it close to the hole. And I think he just loves that so much. And he's played great at Open Championships really since 2015, since he almost won here, finished T4 that year in 2015. Even when he didn't have his best stuff, Tommy, he's played Open Championships really well. So I really like him to kind of seal the deal on what he came so close to doing back in 2015 and win an Open Championship at St. Andrews.
All right, a Jordan Spieth ticket comes in at 16-1 at Caesars Sportsbook. Kyle, certainly appreciate it. Back 9 burning questions and, of course, setting the scene for the Open Championship at St. Andrews. Kyle, certainly appreciate it. First Cut Podcast, Rick Gaiman, joined by KP and Jonathan Coachman to preview the British Open, discuss the biggest headlines in golf this week. Again, it's PGA Tour picks, predictions, best bets, and the golf one and done in the latest top.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.